Grab a table, please. 053-1100-927.
Transmit
053-1100-927 and 053-2200-927.
on my peers and chairs while the crowd cheers.
Take a quick break. When we return from this break, we'll have a conversation happenings in the new patriotic party. Stay with us. We'll be right back. And it's 21 minutes after 8 here on 3FM 92.7. Today is the 21st of November 2023. And what's the going issue? On November 20, 2023, the NPP from its headquarters wrote and forfeited the membership of some 4 of their key members in pursuant to the provision of the Article 391, Article 3, Clause 9, Subsection 1. And I'll read this to you. It says, the leadership of the New Patriotic Party has taken notice of recent activities of Hobson Adoye, Yaw Buaben Asamoah, Nana Ohene Into, and Boniface Abubakar Sadiq, which includes publicly endorsing the candidature of a person other than the duly elected presidential candidate of the party, His Excellency Dr. Alhaj Mahmoud Bawumia, in spite of their flagrant breach of the party's constitution, particularly Articles 35A4 and 391. The aforementioned men still hold themselves out as members of the NPP. For the avoidance of doubt, Article 3 Clause 5A and 4 of the NPP Constitution enjoins all members of the party to abide by and publicly uphold the decision of the party. In addition, Article 391 of the Constitution provides as follows: a member of the party who stands as an independent candidate against the officially elected member of the party, or who joins or declares his or her support for another political party or for an independent candidate when the party has sponsored a candidate in the general or by-election, automatically forfeits his or her membership of the party. And in line with these constitutional provisions, it is in a view of the NPP that Hobson Adoye, Nana Ohene Into, Boniface Abubakar Sadiq, and Yaw Buaben Asamoah have automatically forfeited their membership of the party. They are therefore no longer members of the NPP party. The NPP entreats all its members to remain true to its duties as per Article 3.5 and of the party constitution. We further call upon our members to bear in mind that the party's focus is to unite its ranks and rally the support of Ghanaians to make history by winning the 2024 general elections, signed by Justin Kodua Frimpong. He is the general secretary. Now, who is Hobson Adoye? Hobson Adoye is a staunch member of the New Patriotic Party. And for those who don't know, he is a sworn, he was until recently, a sworn supporter of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. You remember the Sewa Bruni saga, where he had to go to the Labadi Beach resort and Labadi Beach hotel, broke into a room allegedly. Videos are available as Sewa Bruni alleged, and also went all the way to the US in pursuit of Trini Jonas, who he says a critic of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. So he's a sworn NPP person who also is protective of the persona of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo and all things about the government of the NPP. Hobson Adoye also comes to the table with the Deputy National Security Coordinator role in charge of the airports. Once upon a time, he was the man in charge of all the airports in this country. That was Hobson Adoye until he was booted out of that. And following that, says, well, Yaminti Obiabe Didi and all of that. That's Hobson Adoye. Now, we come to Nana Ohene Into. Nana Ohene Into is a former General Secretary of the NPP. Is a tower in the party. I mean, you cannot talk about the history of the NPP without talking about Nana Ohene Into. He has a communication background. He has been around the communication of the party and even the government of the gentle giant J.A. Kufuor. So Nana Ohene Into is not a small fry when it comes to the NPP. There's also Boniface Abubakar Sadiq. Boniface Abubakar Sadiq, presently he is a Minister of State at the office of the Vice President. Before that, he was the man in charge of Zongos and inner cities. And he's also been in charge of Nasara, the Zongo caucus of the party, trying to rally all those individuals. And then you talk about Mr. Yaw Buaben Asamoah. He's a private legal practitioner. He is also a former director of communications of the NPP. He is also a member of parliament for the Adentan constituency in the Greater Accra region, a very important constituency in the scheme of things. And so these are the 4 individuals that under the hand of Justin Kudua Frimpong, General Secretary of the party, say they have forfeited their membership because they are in support of Alan Kojo Tremantin. Yaw Buaben Samoa joins me on the phone line right now. YB, good morning. Thank you for your time. YB, are you willing to give up everything you have worked for in the NPP for the sake of Alan Tremantin and his movement for change?
What kind of question is that? I am willing to give up myself and continue to give up myself as I have always done for the benefit of the nation. My credo in politics is to serve the people's welfare. And anywhere that welfare will come out is where I am. So at the moment, my belief, Ghana's welfare, Ghana's future is best served by an Tremantin presidency. So I am prepared to do whatever it takes to support Mr. Tremantin, become president of this republic, dear republic. He's the one who can make a difference. He's the one who will restore decency and trust into our politics. He's the one who has the vision, the integrity, the competence, and is capable of the actions that will drive us forward in that direction. And I'm for that.
Now, the party says they have shown you the exit because you decided not to play ball within the confines of the constitutional provisions of the party. Did you expect this to happen, or would you have jumped ship anyway because of the action you took by supporting Alan Tremantin?
None of the people the party proposed to attack publicly was one of our actions earlier, because, frankly, the thing is an automatic provision. So why publish it now? From the moment Mr. Tremantin, we supported Mr. Tremantin when he said he was going to continue participating in this process as an NPP person, and that he was going to go as an independent presidential candidate. From that very moment, we were all automatically supposed to have left the political party. So why publish it now? They are publishing it now because they panic. They are publishing it now because they see the way the butterfly movement is moving, the speed with which the butterfly movement is moving and attracting sympathizers, adherents all over. They feel that if they will put a break to the aspirations of many others who want to join. Don't forget, Mr. Tremantin is a founding member of the New Patriotic Party, and many of us were there at the founding. And that over a year, he has accumulated a huge following within the party. The fear is that those people will simply act and follow the butterfly. As simple as that. That if you do this, the mistake you're making is that you are forcing people, you are compelling people to act against their will. It doesn't work that way. Politics, every vote is private and secret. And therefore, to insist on individuals, persons who have you at heart, following a particular line that they don't like in their heart, at the end of the day, they will disappoint you at the polling station when they go in and cast their ballots in secret. So the party's ploy of compelling people, of forcing people, of frightening people away from the butterfly movement by this publication will not work. Temporarily may stop people from declaring publicly, but privately, many of them are ready to vote for Mr. Tremantin in 2020. Can I show you, my brother? When people go to the polls,
right,
and they see the face of Mr. Mama, they see the face of Alhaji Baumia, and they see the face of Alan, it is most likely that the majority of them vote for Alan, not my word.
You say that the NPP, led by Mr. Stephen Team, Justin Kudua Frimpong, and all the other executives, are panicking. What exactly are they panicking for?
Now, why would you publish this letter? How do you know that the people who you are publishing the letter about know and understand the game, that as far as you are concerned, they've been expelled automatically? Why publish it to the world that is expelled automatically if you are not panicking? You want to create the impression that you are strong by exerting a certain power over people, power that you don't have. Because if you didn't employ me, you did a part. It's a joint enterprise. It's a free exercise. And your rules say that if I conduct myself in a certain way, I'm out. I have deliberately conducted myself in that way because that is what I believe in. So, as far as I'm concerned, I'm out. As far as you're concerned, I'm out. Why publish it again? I publish it. You are publishing it because you want to send a signal.
Mm-hmm.
You are publishing it because you believe that if you do so, it will deter others from the behavior that I have exhibited. Because you need those people. But you are doing it the wrong way. Because those people will not be impressed by what you've done. They will see it as regret. Those people you are trying to frighten to toe the line, will see you as being sincere. You are forcing them. So temporarily, they may step back. But in their heart, they remain where they want to belong, which is with Mr.
There are many others who are with you on this course for Movement for Change, led by Alan Kojo Tremanting, who says both the NDC and the NPP have not done us any good. But only 4 of you have been singled out by the NPP and have been written about, or if you will, out there in the public domain. Do you think that the 4 of you, Hobsona Doye, Nano Heningto, your good self, and then the Alhaji Abubakar Siddiq have been targeted?
I'm saying that it's a signal. All the names you mentioned are heavyweights, political heavyweights in this country, major players. So it's a signal for people that the NPP is clamping down on the growth of the butterfly movement. They had that power. It's a signal to demonstrate to the public that they have strength to stop butterfly movement. How? By telling the world that NPP is being sacked from the NPP. To what end? You sack me from the NPP. What is the NPP's objective? To achieve power. How do you achieve power? With numbers. So if you try that you sack me, you reduce your numbers. And those who love me and those who love the other 4 and those who love Shematin, who will assume that you don't need their numbers. You move on. So you don't preserve numbers by reducing the numbers. That's false love. I don't see where they got that logic from. You don't increase numbers. You don't preserve numbers by reducing the numbers, which is what they have done. So it's a signal. They are really desperate. There's this feeling that if at some point something about the butterfly movement, the movement will grow bigger, and bigger. And they are seeing the movement as a rival to them because of Mr. Martin's history and the history of the 4 people they forced to have staff. We are people who have served the NPP for several years.
That's
we
right.
have people in the NPP.
That's right.
And those people believe in us. They belong to the party, but they believe in us. They take direction from what we believe is right. And therefore, the party is hoping they can truncate this feeling. The party is hoping they can cut short this love for us. Doing what they did when there was no call for it. Ask them if they sent us individual letters or letters of their corporate letter. None. So they are assuming that they tell the world what happened. We are informed. Is that your?
But have you been served? Have you been served? Have you been served with a copy of the letter that concerns you and your other colleagues?
None of us have. They published it to the world and assumed that we will accept it, which we had. And we pointed out to them that it's a bad move. They panicked because right as they are, the publication only demonstrates that they are stuck. They don't know what to do. This is not the way you build a political party. Political party is supposed to be a big organization that brings people on board. You don't build a political party with public service. So that's their business. We have moved on.
Well, when you say the NPP is panicking, they are confident of breaking the 8. A group that wants to break the 8, and until recently when you and the rest broke away to start this whole movement for change, which is catching a lot of fire, I must say, you were also apostles of breaking the 8. How suddenly do they become so panicky?
Politics evolves. Politics evolved to the point where the realization that Mr. Martin is likely to win the 2024 election. It's as simple as that. From 2016, the parties do not do enough research and analysis and growth building based on intent. Why were we voting in certain parties? In the Rollins era, we were voting to make sure that Rollins would move on. So we gave him all we could. After Rollins, we were voting because we had liberated ourselves and we found our identity in the political party. After some time, we realized that blindly following the political party wasn't giving us what we wanted. So now, we are in the era where individuals pick and choose personality, irrespective of the party in which they are. So from 2016 onwards, you realize that there's this phenomenon the locals have labeled themselves. Now, are you aware of that?
That's right.
Where one goes, there are two elections, incidentally, in the year. And in those two elections, in the first election, presidential, the person goes there, decides to vote for a particular person from a particular party. In the next one, at the parliamentary level, the party decides to vote for another person at that level. You remember the incident of the Formula, the second deputy speaker. An NPP who was in public, privately and disgracefully. And the NPP assumed that people there would vote for the NPP because they were the NPP. What happened? He won as an independent because people there voted for the president, the NPP president, and voted for him as an independent.
Right.
Set them proud because that is what they felt. That is what they believed. They thought that was the man who could best serve them in parliament. So they didn't follow party discipline. They didn't follow party blindly. They voted set and blouse. And that is what is happening in this country now. People who have the value they get out of their individual votes. And that value is that this time they believe in Mr. Alan Martin as the one who is most likely to give us the presidency. It doesn't mean how repressive the NPP gets. Because the more repressive they get, the less likely they will win. And that is how it's happening in Formula. They were very repressive. They really were repressive. They violently attacked that man. In the end, the people prevailed. And it is the same thing that's going to happen now. The NPP is at it in thinking that they can compel support by actions that frighten people. That's it. Now, individuals think deeply and thoroughly about what they see in the political process. And that is where Ghanaian politics is headed. That is where worldwide individuals are headed. It's not global cities. People compare notes. People go on the social media. People analyze things faster, probably, than the corporate organizations which call themselves parties now. So the appeal to the voter now depends on the record and ability you are exhibiting as a person. Your identity with your party comes second. It's no more primary. Your identity with your party is not a primary consideration for a voter anymore.
Right. I see. Now, you say that the NPP is doing this to show power publicly. Again, do you get a sense that this is being done so that your intended walk on the 2nd of December will have some shaky foundations?
No. For the work, you can't do anything about it. So the second is going to be massive in Kumasi. That's for the work. Forget it. No, you can't stop people from doing what's in their heart. The love of the people is with Martin. The love of the voter believes that Martin should do something different. The love is with what Mr. Martin has initiated, and they'll go with him to the end.
I see. Do you, in your heart of hearts, believe that Alan Kojo Tremanti will emerge as president of the Republic after the 2024 elections?
If I didn't, I wouldn't be following him. I believe that is where the action is. And the evidence is there. And I've stated it to you. The phenomenon of skirt and blouse is, and I've analyzed. People are voting not for institutional groups anymore, ossified groups who are stuck in their old way. People are voting for value. And it didn't start yesterday. It started about 2 or 3 elections ago, and it is going to come full bloom in the 2024 election.
I see.
And when voters will pick up the one who they believe will make a difference in their life. And that person is Alan Sherman.
Two quick ones before you go. Usually every movement will have a song that the people can rally around or will rally the people around. Does the Movement for Change have a song of that nature?
You won't test my voice. I won't give you that pleasure this morning.
No, I want to know. I want to know the song so that we can play it, because before this interview we played the NPP's anthem. But if you had yours, they would have played that too for balance.
You'll get your share.
But you know the song. Do you know the song of head?
Let's go on. Let's go on. You want to test my voice?
Oh, but you have a very good voice, so we at least just the name of the artist or the chorus, a small portion of the chorus.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
I see. Now quickly, is Honorable Abubakar Sadiq still a Minister of State at the Office of the Vice President?
No.
Oh, he has left.
In the last week, he wasn't named. He's not.
Okay. All right.
Used to be. He's no more.
I see. That's fine. Thank you very much, Mr. Yaw Buaben, for your time. In regards to Honorable Alan Kojo Chamanting.
My pleasure.
Thank you very much.
Building structures for generating private sector growth, competencies about identifying captains of industry and growing them. Those competencies are what will diversify and expand our economy beyond the struggles we are having now. When Alan Chemati is able to look at you in the face and tell you that 25% of our arable agricultural sector is devoted to cassava, and therefore it's not enough just to pound fufu with it. We must expand cassava usage. And then he brings in a processing process to deliver industrial starch. And for the very first time you do this, you have an international company like Nestle as an off-taker. Then you can see the potential we are talking about. A man of vision who understands what to do to elevate this economy beyond government jobs in the immigration and security sector, which everybody is looking for. Paul, you're looking at a challenge perhaps from next year, of 500,000 people graduating out of tertiary institutions, having been put through free SHS. How do we put them to work? Government cannot employ all of them. Government cannot continue to pretend to create jobs. Government simply is not up to you. You need somebody who can create markets in the private sector.
If you look at me, I will dance like a butterfly. So dance like a butterfly. So dance like a butterfly. Everybody say,
if you look like me, I will dance like a butterfly. Dance like a butterfly. Dance like a butterfly.
And the butter fund is growing. I have not been sacked. I am aware of the party's constitution, so supporting Alan Tremantin automatically forfeits my membership. So the letter they wrote is just a waste of time. That's Hobson Adoye. He continues to say, I still insist that Alan Tremantin is the one that can transform the fortunes of Ghana. The General Secretary of the NPP should get more letterheads down because he is going to write a lot of letters. Wow. In 2024, my vote will go for Alan Tremantin, and an NDC candidate will get my parliamentary vote in response to the party's actions. There are more than 5 million MPP faithful supporters of the Alan Tremantin. Wait and see the mass resignation that will hit the party. The 2024 elections will not be a battle between NDC and MPP, but rather MPP and Alan, and we are ready for that. That's Hobson Adoye, former Deputy National Security Coordinator in charge of the airport. People chop post for this country before. Deputy National Security Coordinator in charge of the airports. Check the background and you know that. William, Charlie, how we choose security people in this country. But let's not have that conversation. Let's talk about Alan and the four and the MPP.
Well, as the four have been saying, it's quite clear in the Constitution. But the issue with the Constitution I find interesting. Because if people who vote skirt and blouse, is the Constitution just speaking about the presidential candidate, because there are people who vote for the presidential candidates and vote against the parliamentary
but they
candidate.
don't don't say it publicly.
So the constitutions are those who publicly support.
Right.
That one, what is the effect? Because if I silently support, then it's about numbers.
I'll just keep quiet and keep my card. But
So
when I get into the
effect for me, if 4 people have openly, shown their support for a particular candidate, and the masses have silently, voted for a candidate who is not your candidate, I'm saying that what is the effect of that constitutional provision?
Masses are always with us.
You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, people have voted skirt and blouse in this country a lot of the time. And a lot of NPP members who still hold on to their card would vote for the parliamentary candidate and reject the president, but they are still members. What mechanism would the party use to find out these people? It is quite impossible. So, plus or minus, I don't think what is happening in NPP is going to have any effect. Those who have decided to vote skirt and blouse, they will vote skirt and blouse. And I believe these 4. Some of them were going to vote skirt and blouse.
In fact, Hobson Adoi said it yesterday on Hot Edition that
he was going to vote skirt and blouse.
He
So now
vote
they've
for
lost
as president and then choose an NDC candidate wherever he votes.
So now they've lost the skirt.
And we know that he votes at Konkatamanso.
So they've lost 1 skirt.
Yeah, and the blouse is hanging.
So sometimes this is how the law works. They make the law based on something and they forget about the bigger picture. So the NPP constitution, especially that provision, I find it quite interesting. Because it's a skirt and blouse thing. When they go into the booth to vote, you wouldn't know. So if you put that, then it's that the most important word is openly campaign.
But you see, listen to Nana Heninto. He has a very interesting perspective. Listen to him.
Dr. Bawumia was not even a member of the party, let alone be in good standing. I did what I think was right and proper and based on very strong reasons.
This was Nana Heninto. They created that leeway for Dr. Bawumia to get in. He was not a member of the NPP. He had not even paid dues before. He had not joined it before. They broke the rule in the constitution to get him in there. Today, the rule is being enforced in the interest of the party and Dr. Bawumia because he was mentioned in the what do you call it? In the press release that was put out there against the people who may have worked around it to get him in.
Before
life, no balance.
Before you brought in, I made the point that that provision was made for a purpose, but the bigger picture. You see, he's saying that another rule was put in place for Dr. Bawumia to get in. So
the rule was broken, actually.
Exactly. You see, every constitution has its own foundation. The 1992 constitution, if you look at it critically, it's based on the revolution and all that happened. And so we have a lot of clauses that people even thought they were protecting. So that's the constitution for you. You know, people are even saying that there are some parts of the constitution that should be reviewed and amended and so on and so forth because it's favoring us. It was based on what happened. So this constitution, I'm saying that as we speak today, and I've heard one of the 4 saying that it is a useless provision. Because quite frankly, if you are saying we've openly supported a candidate, so we forfeited our membership. How about those who quietly support? They haven't. So it's about numbers. If you are going to be doing this, then they are going to be losing.
Everybody. And so Hope Sadoi, for example, says that they should get ready, get more letterheads because there'll be mass resignations. And I asked the question of YB that look, you are the top 4 if you like, but there are many other people in the constituencies at the regional level, at the branch level who have all been wearing the yellow shirt and following Alan Tremantin around. And does it mean that you're going to write to each individual to say you have all forfeited your membership?
That's the
if
point
that happens, what will that mean for the NPP in terms of the numbers game going into 2024? Because we know that per electoral record, no political party, whether it be NPP or NDC, has what it takes to win power on their own just with their support base. You need a bit of the numbers from the other side to make the 50% plus 1 of the votes to be able to win. And as the last election in 2020, both parties had 6 million votes apiece, plus the coins. Right?
So at the ward level,
you need the numbers.
Very good. So at the ward level, at the constituency level, at the electoral level, members who are following Alan, who have NPP cards, So now when they attend meetings, they've been seen on TV or wherever. When they attend meetings, the ward chairman and women are going to say that bring your card. You have been sacked. Is that what is going to happen? Then NPP has a lot of work to do because the constitution is not just for the top 4; it's for all members from the leader to the last person in the NPP. It's under that constitution.
Yeah.
And I'm saying that the Afro-Franco movement has attracted a lot of people at the activation events.
Right.
And all these and those who have cards and belong to constituencies, wards, and electoral areas, they attend meetings at that level. So is the chairman or the chairman or chairwoman at that level, it is now their duty to open their eyes clearly to be seeing all those individuals. When they come for meetings, they say, we saw you with Afro-Franco.
But is that not too much work?
Is it possible?
Is it possible? It's too much work.
So this reminds
too much stress.
This reminds me of the PFP and the UNC factionalism during Pauli's time. You know, these things happen in political parties, but it is always not good for them because the science on the ground shows that Dr. Baumia is not going to have it easy at all. You know, so if the NPP is minded, they should rather look at ways to consolidate their parliamentary seats on the numbers that they will get for their parliamentary elections. Because look at how the 2020 elections went, 137, 137. That's something to tell them that, look, don't be playing with your numbers now.
In fact, you had 169 seats, and the NDC had 106 seats. And then at one election, they took more than 30 seats
and
from
they
you.
leveled up,
balanced
the thing.
And now they balanced it. Now they are doing tackle with you in
and
Parliament.
they nearly overtook you because of the same thing that you are talking about today.
Exactly.
When Nana Akufo-Addo went to stand in a constituency,
Formina,
and then
literally,
you know, gave it to the current deputy speaker, but he won and said, look, I still belong to the party, although I stood as an independent candidate. But you people were saying that if the person stands as an independent candidate, so that even tells you that you are not serious about that constitution.
No, because he said that
because
he cannot work with him.
No, that's what I'm saying, that if NPP were serious about that provision in their constitution, they should have accepted that man back. Because it is clear that he had forfeited his membership of the party for going independent.
But he's not the first to have benefited. You remember Joe Seusu?
That's what I'm saying. So when see that provision, as and when it suits them, they will touch it in a way that will defeat his own purpose. That's the constitution. So another school of thought will say that, look, for the NPP, they see the constitution as a living organism. They interpret it as and when they deem fit to fit the purpose of the party at the time. So that's the argument that somebody will make. That, look, Formina, the man kicked against us. He stood independent against our candidate. He went and won. We didn't leave him. We went to beg him. Yeah. There's even rumor. I don't have the facts.
Okay.
There's rumor that they had to pay him the expenses that he incurred.
Kennedy Ejapon said that.
That's something that I don't have.
No, he said it. I mean,
I'm just being cautious, you know what I'm saying? Because
and he said we should read his lips.
I sit as a journalist, I would just say that, you know, because I don't have the facts.
No, so the point is that somebody who wanted to be the flag bearer of the party, who is a member of parliament,
a credible source anyway,
financier of the party, I mean, he said it that he had to pay money to a Siama. All right, to come back.
So you see,
and then they even capped it and gave him the deputy, speaker.
Look at that.
Yes,
look
the
at
speaker
that
position.
Yes. So for all you know, these four will come back to NPP and take bigger positions.
It's possible.
After the 2020.
It's possible.
It's possible. Why not?
Listen to Nana Addo Akufo-Addo in Formina in 2020. Listen to him. Listen to him.
And I'm saying, well, Prime Minister Ecoso now or just a Bugabia as a party danka so no content. No, and
well, bring back that sound. It's boy, sound is. I'll bring it back. Apologize. I'll bring it back.
Before and Juma and then see opinion. Yes,
oh boy, no, I can't bring it back.
It's not
working. It's not working for me. But William, that's it. Let's listen to Hobson Adoy. Listen to Hobson Adoy. Listen to him.
I left. I am aware of the party's constitution. Okay. It said if you support an independent presidential candidate or parliamentary candidate, you forfeit your membership. So if I decide to support Alan Chamantin, which automatically made me forfeit my membership, does it amount to sacking? It's not. So the letter that they wrote is just a waste of time. You don't need to write to inform me that I have forfeited my membership, because I'm already aware. And look at the people involved. The former general secretary, are you saying that he doesn't understand the party structure and the constitution? I said it. I said, look, once I belong to the party and I believe in Alan Kojo Chamantin. Alan Kojo Chamantin was a party member until recently when he resigned to go as an independent presidential candidate. I said, look, I trust him. I have that belief in him. That is the only person who can transform Ghana. So I decided to support him. So if I do that and aware of that clause, which says that if I support independent candidates, I forfeit my membership, do you need to write a letter to tell me that? You don't need. Are you getting it?
Yeah, I get it.
The party members who are following Alanjo, I mean, you see, the general secretary should get a lot of letterheads now because he's going to write a lot of letters.
So if I got you right, you know what you're doing and you're paying for your consequences. So what that means is now that...
No. What is the consequence in this? What is the consequence in this? I have my freedom. I decide where I should belong to. So there's no consequence in this.
So what that means is you are not going to rally your support behind Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia.
No, from day one, I have not been supporting him from day one. From day one. And now the way things are going, you could see clearly that 2024 battle is between NPP and Afro-Franco. It's not between NPP and NDC. And we are ready for it. We are ready for it. There will be a clear showdown.
But with this stance of yours, that doesn't make you not a loyal member of the party.
Which party?
That is the question your loyalty in any way.
Who in the party can say that he is more loyal to NPP than me before I decided to support Alan Kojo Chamantin? Who? When people are dissing the party, who run to radio, television, and defend the party? When individuals of the party, the top hierarchy, is being attacked, who goes there to defend? Please, that one, it should not come in at all. When we talk of loyalty, my brother, we should not even go there at all. What I mean is that I have taken a decision. Then I do that. Once I declared my support for Alan Kojo Chamantin, some of these things will come. But I was saying, yes, once it's not a political party and it's going as an independent candidate, my vote will go for him. Then the parliamentary, I will give you to NPP parliamentary candidate. But from their actions now, I will give my parliamentary to NDC. So that one, nobody can question me about that. Nobody. I'm saying that December 7, 2024, I will give the presidential to Alan Kojo Chamantin. The parliamentary, wherever I will vote, I'll give it to NDC candidate.
So as it stands now, it's been you and 3 other persons that have been sacked. Let's put it that way. Do you know others?
No, why you say sacked?
For lack of better word, honorable. For lack of better, let's say It's been
no. We have forfeited our membership.
Okay. Let's put it that way. The 4 of you have forfeited your membership.
Yes.
Do you know others in the party who are, let's say, supporting Alan, but they've not, declared their support publicly?
About 5 million people.
Can you prove that?
I say about 5 million people. You wait and see. You will see the mass resignation that will hit NPP. You wait and see.
How confident are you about this?
Oh, we have been controlling that. Look, you don't need to do that. Let us stay in the party and then work for Alan Chemantin. Of course, we'll vote for a parliamentary.
Because Honorable, I'm asking this question because before the special delegates election, you were so confident about Alan's victory, but it turned otherwise. So if you are confident like this, I have
because you don't know what transpired.
Okay.
You don't know what transpired. For Alan to be third, you don't know the work that they did for Honorable Kennedy Japan that he was even not aware. You don't know.
Okay.
Because they got the hint that if Alan becomes the second, all other people will withdraw to support Alan. So when they heard that, they decided to work extra mile for Alan to be placed third.
Okay. Honorable, before I let you go, what are your chances? The movement. What are the chances of the movement in the elections?
You know, the movement is spreading like a bushfire everywhere. Look, as I speak to you, I'm in New York. Yeah. Last Saturday, I was in Maryland, and Maryland chapter has been formed. New York, they are waiting for. When you go to Philadelphia, people are there. I have asked them to even send me a T-shirt through DHL so that I can give it to them. People are willing to join. And I am telling you, this very action, look, those who don't know me, they don't know. Across the country, everywhere I go, I have my network. I have the people there.
Okay.
But I get to any place, it's just a phone call. If I want to mobilize 1,000 people, I will mobilize them.
If you look at me, I will dance like a butterfly. So dance like a butterfly. So dance like a butterfly. Everybody say.
Hobson Adoye of the Movement for Change, led by Alan Kojo Chemantin, former Minister for Trade and Industry there.
Like a butterfly.
He's confident. Did you know that Hobson Adoye was once a member of the NDC? Did you know?
Normal.
Normal. And now he's a member of the NPP. And now he's with Movement for Change. He says only a fool who doesn't change his mind. The man has changed his mind.
Everybody say.
You cannot exert power that you do not have. And it's interesting as we've been running the analysis here. The laws and the rules were broken in somebody's interest in the past. The same people or part of the people who broke the rule or engineered the breaking of the rule in the interest of one person are today being faced by the same music, but it is from the side of those they tried to get in. Life no balance.
So one who say independent candidate no, M1 for me now, M1 dance mine, because the band is next say, Masi bedroom hono, munyo bia, or the abandon which me a casa mamoa, a din for so a binya waba. So no, opinion say me said say nana. Me say, why not say be a Obeko independent candidate? Long before, about 3 months, they said that friend. I mean, say Mattis has me. Say, oh, per se, oh, independent. I mean, so independent, no. M1 me. So I need to cry now, oh, independent candidate for parliament. Is completely dominated by party candidates. And they are now between me and you. And so from so be a bar. Na sound from so tina before about fine. Opeso independent. Mr. Young friend before no, and then from so and Tunchai. Yan Twaba Newie, the BSC a year, and Mantias a year, Juma, and I was so, Unyama Hotono. Mini President to me, many son of one, when I show me, Meso so the assessor mayor, Atabuafo. Yoko Atabuafo, Akubi. Tabuafo, and only ambassador of Congo. You know, Payika, I will free me honor. A visit via Otimasia. Say on Timasia, and what
That was Nanado Danko Akufo-Addo in the matter of the MP for Fomena, now Deputy Speaker of Parliament, second Deputy Speaker of Parliament, the Honorable Esiama, and you heard the President, for those of you who are not initiated the Akan language, he said that, well, he going or running independent will not help him as an individual, and it will not help the President or the party, and that it is not possible for them to work together in the interest of the people of Fomena, and that, what else did he say? Today, it has helped. He's working as
helped the MPP.
Yes,
it has helped the people of
because
Fomena.
if you go to Parliament and you look at the numbers that we have, 137 on the side of the majority and 137 on the side of the minority. He is the decider, if you will, MP for Fomena or Fomena MP. And he does business with the majority side, that's the NPP side. In fact, it is his vote that gives the NPP that majority weight. Okay? It has helped. Will the President eat back his words? Will he not? Has he? He won't. So if you look at all of what's happening now, and it does look like there's some grand machination that is happening. Very grand machination that's happening. Well, but what do I know?
But I mean, I've been saying this about politics all the time. This is how politics is. If we draw any lessons from the 1979 elections, there were a lot of issues like this. Victor Usu, William Oforiatta, General Frifa, this, that. At the end of the day, Dr. Liman just swept through and won the election. And so if you look at what is happening now in the MPP, I'm just hoping that they will draw their lessons. These teams that you are playing, similar scenarios, I'm hoping that they draw their lessons, because at the end of the day, politics is about numbers. And it's also about people of like mind who will come together and push for power. So if Mr. Alan Chematin is saying that, look, where you are going, I'm not with you anymore. But those following him say, we'll go with him halfway and come with you, the party, MPP, halfway in respect of the parliamentary elections. I don't see how anybody will reject those numbers. Because that's what the MPP is doing by, announcing the forfeiture of the
and that's
the
not
membership.
good for the numbers game.
Yes, because skirt and blouse, as we've come to know it, is part of the game now in Ghanaian politics, beginning in 1992 to date. And so for anybody in a party like MPP to think or to deny, self-denial, that there's nothing like skirt and blouse, we don't want it.
It works.
It works. It does work.
I mean, we can't behave like ostriches.
No, it works. And this is what they are preaching to you. Say, we are going skirt and blouse. We haven't left you. Then you've come to nail, their departure by announcing it. Well, I don't know. Comrade Japan and Co left. Today they are back. He lost the primaries. He's supporting Dr. Baumia. Some have said that, look, we are not going to go with the presidential material that you have put on the table because we believe in another candidate. But for the parliamentary, we are going to go with you. How difficult is that?
Anyway, we have to move on. 9 minutes after 9 here on 3FM 92.7. Now we have at least 3 presidential candidates that we do know. John Dramani Mahama of the NDC, Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Baumia of the NPP, and Alan Kojo Tremanting of the Movement for Change. Those are the 3 that we know presently. The others have not stepped forward. When they step forward, I'm sure that we can start having a fuller conversation of what 2024 is going to look like. Stay with us. We'll return shortly after this and get into some more conversation. This is Sunrise on 3FM 92.7.